Hi guys, Ancient Warrior here. Got a question for you. Is it lack of education, lack of training, or bioterrorism that is causing all these food, medical devices, and pet food recalls? I started following this back in 17. From 17 January through today, which is the 11th of January, we have had officially 1,185 recalls for medical devices, pet foods, vitamins, and human food. Now, is it because lack of education? Possibly. Probably a big part of it is the lack of education that some of the people we're hiring has. Now, let me tell you something. Companies are hiring a lot of these folks out of the southern nations, out of the Asian theaters, Thailand, over in that area. And they're also hiring a bunch of folks from the Mideast. I was informed the other day by a friend of mine she's a college professor, and she told me that she hadn't realized it until recently that most of her Middle Eastern people who were coming and going to school where she's a professor at had the basic average knowledge of about a 10th grader, 11th. That's why in some cases it was a lot harder for some of them to get into the higher fields. Especially if they didn't go to a big name college in their home country to where they'd get the extra education. Now, I look at some of the folks that are coming out of South America, Mexico and Panama and Nicaragua and Venezuela and all that. They have an average education of about an 8th or a 9th grader. Folks, we're having recalls. Every other recall that I've seen over the last 3 years has been either norovirus, Listeria, E. coli. Over the last 3 years, I have seen approximately 6 where it was hepatitis A. Now, E. coli and hepatitis A, most of the time, are transmitted by contact. Contact of fecal matter. The best way to put it is sometimes these folks go to the bathroom and maybe don't wash their hands quite as well as they should. Norovirus is another one of those things. Just not washing their hands well enough. Listeria is a waterborne disease, or at least transmitted mostly by water. E. coli can be too, if it's not been cleaned properly. This is one of the reasons I'm pushing here Prepping USA. I am pushing, and I'm going to shove, and I'm going to stand on the highest pinnacle of the village and scream out that you need to be growing your own food, as much of it as you can. Get container pots. Go down and buy a couple of, several 5-gallon buckets and plant potatoes and tomatoes and carrots and stuff that you can use around the house, to where you don't have to go down to Walmart, to the Supercenter, or to Vons, or to Kroger's, or Food Lion, or wherever it is you shop. And you have some control. If you live out in the country, or live away where you've got a little land, grow rabbits or chickens. Chickens is a double duty item. Triple duty item, actually. You can use their poo for fertilizer. They lay eggs. And when they quit laying eggs, they become lunch. A rabbit, same way. Their poo can be used for fertilizer. And actually, they're triple duty item too, because once you skin them, you can use their skins to line gloves and make gloves out of. I've got a friend who makes gloves out of rabbit skin. And rabbit tastes good. The only problem with rabbit has almost zero fat. And your body needs some fat. So, with that being said, folks, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to try to be doing a video or two a week. And hopefully, somewhere in March, we're going to have a new camera to work with. But, folks, remember, this is a problem for everybody. Not just me, not just you. It's a problem across the board. So you need to be prepping. You need to make sure you have a minimum of 1 year's food in the house, in case the bottom falls out of everything. And it damn well could, with everything going on. So with that being said, have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm the Ancient Warrior, and we're out.